Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to another streaming effort from myself. Today I'm going to be providing a little bit of a brief analysis of Battlefield 2042, and hopefully this did kick in as soon as I introduced myself. If not, I'm going to give it another try again because YouTube just seems to have a little bit of a lag occasionally with my videos coming through. So I will again say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you can also hear me. I am using a new headset and I'm still not completely in tune or comfortable with the audio settings. So hopefully my voice is coming through nice and clear and everyone can hear me. So, to get started, I would like to preface this analysis by saying that I am very aware of how this game released in its state. I believe 2 years ago now. It's already been 2 years. Holy cow! Maybe a little bit less than 2 years, but nonetheless around that time. I did not play the game. I did not pick it up, and I generally stayed away from it until it was offered recently on the PS Plus monthly game subscription model. So I was able to get my hands on it. I've been playing it for about 3-4 days now. I was able to level my character up to level 26 at this point. I've only played one character, which is Irish, who is a support character. I usually always start my Battlefield experiences with the support class. In fact, that usually is my class when it comes to playing these Battlefield games. That's the class I really focus on. All right, so to go back a little bit, I'm totally aware as to the miserable state that this game was released in. I am aware that there weren't a lot of maps, that the maps were too clean for wartime activities, that the game was focusing more or less on personalities, characters, rather than classes. I do also have knowledge that there was no leaderboard, there was no scoreboard in the game. There was no team deathmatch. It was missing a lot of the components that really traditionally have always been the standby for Battlefield games. Not only that, but it was also missing a core story mode, which I do not mind. I actually think that these types of games, Battlefield 2042, Call of Duty, these types of first-person shooters do not need a story mode. I think that was very wise of them to focus entirely on the multiplayer experience, because that is really why everyone plays these games. Nobody plays for the story. I mean, there are people who do, but generally, I mean, you're going to be heading into a Battlefield game, a Call of Duty game. You're going to be going right in and queuing up for a multiplayer battle. That is the main attraction here. So I'm really happy that they got rid of the story mode. However, that being said, with the exclusion of the story mode, I'm sure it befuddled many, including myself, when I was watching reviews of this game when it was first released, that since all the focus was placed on the multiplayer facet of the game, that it wasn't a more robust and complete experience. Okay, well, with all that being said, I am very, very happy to announce that this game is leaps and bounds better than anything I heard regarding this game when it was first released. This game has made a drastic turnaround. Much in the same way, I would say that games like No Man's Sky, I'm trying to think of another game that had a really bad launch. I can't right now. So this game has turned its launch around to become what I believe the best Battlefield experience, at least multiplayer, since Battlefield 3. So, and that, in my opinion, was the finest Battlefield game by far. And yeah, I mean, they've really turned this game around, and I would just like to go ahead and just make some, you know, just make some, you know, make an analysis here and just give my input as to why this game is just absolutely fantastic right now. So yes, all right. So first and foremost, they did turn a lot of things around. For instance, regarding the class structure, the characters are still in the game. In fact, let's go to classes here. So if you notice, I'm a support character. There are 3 different personalities that can play as support characters. Right now, it looks like I'm just focusing on Irish. I just chose him because he was the first in line. I did not really have any preference. I really don't care what my character's personality is. I'm just focused on the class. But if you notice, there are other classes. So I could potentially replace Irish with Falk. And let's let her pop up here. Or Angel. And if you notice, each personality has their own specialist gadgets, their own specialist traits, which I think is fantastic. I mean, I think that really adds to the class system instead of detracting from it. So I'm really happy that they stuck with the personality system in this game while also bringing back the classes. So not only are you able to play a class, but you can play a different version of each class, which is just, I mean, that just opens up the possibilities of play styles. It opens up options in what you can or cannot do, and there is nothing wrong at all with more options in a game such as this. The more options, the better. So I'm really happy that they brought this back. I'm really pleased with it. It's terrific, and this goes for every class. So you know, we can go into let's see here. Where do I go again to get to the other classes? I forget. Oh yeah, here we go. So if we, well, hold on. If we go to replace, well, I don't want to replace him right now. But anyway, you've got the assault class, you've got the support class, you have the engineer class, and then you also have the recon class. And each class has a multitude of different personalities that, again, have their own specialist gadgets and their own specialist traits, which vastly improves upon the original and relied upon class structure in Battlefield 2042. So yeah, this is terrific. Not only that, but you know, you're able to. Well, okay, I'm gonna pause that thought for a moment. I'm gonna go back into explaining a little bit about the changes that they made to remedy what was originally an awful game. So they did bring back Team Deathmatch. So Team Deathmatch is in here. But I did notice that when you're on the loading screen for Team Deathmatch, it does say available for a limited time. Now, I don't know why they're doing that. I think that's a terrible move. They should just leave it where it is. It should always be there. They should never take it away. It would be tantamount to another franchise suicide if they took away Team Deathmatch. I mean, there's got to be a deathmatch option in every first-person shooter, especially competitive first-person shooters. It's the most fun mode to play in because there's really not a lot to think about. You're just thinking about killing the other team. That's all you're doing, and it's a great way to just kind of pass the time, to level up, to become a little bit more proficient in the game. I know a lot of folks use team deathmatch modes to practice their classes or to practice a new class or a new character. So to remove team deathmatch at any point would be an awful mistake. All right. So yeah, if you notice, they've got a lot of you know, Rush 2. Hopefully they won't remove that either. That's another standby that needs to stay in this game. So hopefully they will not go back to mucking things up a little bit by getting rid of these two game modes. But we've got Breakthrough, and we've got several modes of Breakthrough. I've not really participated in Breakthrough too much yet. I did a few maps on Breakthrough, but not really. My main focus has always been Conquest. I think that's the main highlight of a Battlefield game. It's the all-out war experience that we all crave when we pick up a Battlefield game. I mean, that's what Battlefield's known for: the large, expansive maps, the camaraderie when you're working together to secure a point on that map. Without that, it wouldn't be Battlefield. It would just be Call of Duty. So, really happy that this is here. The maps are terrific. The graphics are amazing, except when you first log into a map. Each and every time I've gone into a map, there is a very long rendering sequence where the characters take a long time to render. The environment's not so much, but your characters kind of look like polygon characters for a little bit, which is a little funny. Yeah, so. But nonetheless, it's got all the game modes here that you would expect from a Battlefield game. And again, they've really cleaned it up to the point where this is the best multiplayer Battlefield game I have played since Battlefield 3. Now, to be quite honest, I never played Battlefield 1. All right, that's one game that I didn't play. I just didn't have access to it. In fact, I kind of gave up on Battlefield personally after Battlefield 3. I played a little bit of Battlefield 4. I did not like it. I thought it was a little janky. The controls were very hard to master. It just didn't feel as smooth and as responsive as Battlefield 3. And then I also stayed away from, was it Battlefield Hardline, I believe? Yeah, I think. Yeah, Battlefield Hardline, I did not. I played a little bit of that. I didn't like the structure of the game. I thought it was a little too, I don't know, it just reminded me a little bit too much of like a Grand Theft Auto-esque kind of game, and I just don't care much for those. And then, of course, I skipped Battlefield 1. I went into Battlefield 5. I absolutely did not like Battlefield 5. However, I did break down because I was on a huge, I don't know, it was like I hadn't played a Battlefield game in quite some time, so I wanted to get back into the mix, and that's where I decided to get back into the mix, was with Battlefield 5. But again, it wasn't a very good game. I didn't like the fact that we were still in World War II. I much prefer the modern Battlefields, which is why I liked Battlefield 3, and why I liked Battlefield, well, I think Bad Company 2 was, I forget, I think that was a little bit more modern. Battlefield Bad Company, though, I believe, stepped back in time a little bit. But nonetheless, those were a little bit more modern games, and I was introduced to the Battlefield franchise with Battlefield Bad Company. That was my first Battlefield game. I think the reason why that was my first Battlefield game is because the previous games to Battlefield Bad Company were all on PC and Mac. And I'm just taking a quick look to see if I'm correct about that. And yes, I am correct about that. And I'm a console player, so I don't play any PC games. I never got into the PC market for a multitude of different reasons. The expenses involved in keeping up your PC to have the specs needed to play a lot of these games, it just seemed a little too daunting for me. And I'd rather just plug in and play a game. So with a console, I don't have to get new hardware every 6 months to a year. I can just plug in my controller and I can play the game as intended. So that's why Battlefield Bad Company was my very first game. And it was a great introduction to the Battlefield franchise. In fact, Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, in my opinion, are the finest Battlefield games. The best multiplayer experiences. So, and again, you know, with this new readjustment in Battlefield 2042, this is without a doubt the best Battlefield game since those three games. I mean, the intuitiveness, the tightness of the control scheme, the responsiveness, the gunplay, everything is just so much better than Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5, in my opinion, had a lot of bugs, had a lot of glitches, had a lot of being unable to jump when you wanted to jump, being unable to get through windows when you wanted to get through windows. It was a very unintuitive experience. And not only that, you were fighting with ancient weaponry, and I just don't want to fight with muskets. I'm glad Battlefield never went back to the Revolutionary War, for instance. That would just be, in my opinion, that would be incredibly boring. So I do like the modern weaponry a lot better. The fast-paced, machine guns, the rocket launchers, the EMPs, the robots. That is just so cool. So I guess what we're going to do now is maybe, let's see here. So like every Battlefield game, you do unlock weapons depending on what you do with the weapons that you have already unlocked in terms of mastery, kill ranks and whatnot. Levels of your character will unlock more weapons, more gear, more vehicles, more specialists, and more. I'm not sure if it unlocks any more drones. I only saw one drone so far in the game. In terms of the Battle Pass, I see nothing wrong with Battle Passes. I think Battle Passes are terrific. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just another way for it's another way for a company to offer additional things. And you don't have to buy the Battle Pass to play the game. In fact, I never buy Battle Passes, which is probably why I like them, because I never buy them. I stick with the the basic Battle Pass system. That's enough for me. I'm not really into cosmetics. I'm not really into charms. I could care less. Most of the rewards, are skins. We'll get a specialist set here for the Battle Pass. This is just a picture that you put on your player card. More weapon skins. Taser baton. Okay, that's just a takedown emoji, essentially. Vehicle skins. Vehicle decals. So I mean, you're not really missing out on anything important by not getting the premium Battle Pass. I'm not sure how that plays into maps or other additional content. I'm not sure. I mean, an XP boost. I mean, who really wants an XP boost? I don't really want an XP boost. I'll take it on the weekends. Apparently they still have XP boost weekends. But I mean, you've got it on the weekends, so you don't really need an additional XP boost, in my opinion. I mean, there is such a thing, in my opinion, as leveling too fast. I mean, I was able to get to level 26 in 3 days. So, and that's I didn't play 24/7. I played maybe 6 to 8 hours each day, maybe a little bit less on certain days. So I was able to get to level 26, which is a rare trophy on the PlayStation. So I was able to get that far in a very reasonable amount of time. So I don't feel like I'm grinding at a snail's pace. But if you notice with the basic Battle Pass, I mean, there we go. We got a light machine gun. That's a usable item. There are some skins in here, but most of the stuff in the free Battle Pass is actually the most important stuff. The stuff that you're going to actually be using in battle. And they do also throw some Battlefield coins at you every once in a while, and those coins are used for mainly, again, cosmetic skins, things of that nature. I'm really hoping that games like this that utilize the Battle Pass and give you Battlefield coins or currencies of some sort, I'm really hoping that the game companies catch on, that it would be really cool if you gave the player an option to spend these coins on, like, say, DLC, or things that actually matter. That would be terrific, because that would be honoring the people who spend the most time in your game, and really that's who you want to take care of. You want to take care of the crowd that plays your game every day, and I can't think of a better way to do that than by allowing the currency to purchase important things like DLCs, like weapons, things of that nature. That would be terrific. So I'm really hoping that games kind of catch on to that moving forward. But again, I'm a fan of the Battle Pass. I don't care that it exists. I don't personally use it unless I use the basic Battle Pass, but there we go. As far as everything else, I mean, everything else is very Battlefield-esque. You can, display medals on your player card. You can view your statistics for, the statistics for the game are incredible. And if you notice, I'm not really a pro. I've got a 0.910 kill-death ratio. And that's usually how all these games start out for me. I need to get a little bit more comfortable with how the games play out. I'm new to most of the maps. However, I did notice that there are a lot of Battlefield 3 maps in this game, which is really cool. And a lot of, I think there's one Battlefield Bad Company 2 map as well, which I really love. I do love the nostalgia of those older maps. However, in the same breath, it would be nice if for every nostalgia map that they give us, that they would give us 3 new maps. And I'm also really hoping, speaking of maps, the Battlefield franchise has always been incredibly generous, as opposed to Call of Duty, in its map playability structure. So in a Battlefield game, normally, if you buy the base game, then you automatically have access to all the future maps. The maps do not come as DLC, and hopefully that will never change in the Battlefield franchise. Whereas Call of Duty, you need to purchase DLC maps. But again, if you look here, I mean, the statistics are just so in-depth, and it's just so terrific that they do this. I mean, they've got kills for each weapon, kills, damage inflicted, accuracy, mastery, so you're able to keep track of everything throughout your career with this game. Another thing I hope that doesn't happen with Battlefield is I don't like that, in the past, especially with Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, if I'm correct, let me just double check here. Alright, well, not in the case of Battlefield Bad Company and Battlefield Bad Company 2, but there was a pretty big break between, well, no, I guess it's always been a little bit of a yearly thing until they took a long break after Battlefield 3 to release Battlefield 4. I'm really hoping that they steer away from the yearly release schedule that they have for these games. I think it would be more advantageous to allow folks to play these games for a number of years. I mean, this is not a sport, and this is not also a, it's not a, what's the term here that I'm searching for? It's not a, this game is not included in any kind of gaming competitions. I don't know why. I've never figured that one out. I'm not sure why there aren't competitions regarding this game. But there are none. So there's no esports league for Battlefield. So there's no reason to have a yearly release format. But yeah, just to, there is a store. There's nothing wrong with stores. I don't see anything wrong with stores, but only if you're able to purchase everything within the store with those Battlefield coins. And for the most part, you can. You can save up your coins and purchase just about everything except for the Premium Battle Pass, which you should be able to do. I mean, if I earn enough coins, I should be able to buy the Premium Battle Pass with the coins. What other add-ons are in here? Get the Welcome Pack, which you can buy with Battlefield coins, but you just can't buy the Ultimate Edition upgrade, which you should be able to do. I mean, if I save up, what would it be, 40,000 coins, I should be able to buy that right now if I had 40,000 coins. So, all right. So we're going to hop in. I'm going to show you a little bit of the gameplay. Now, this is going to be a very, very short video. I just wanted to just give my own analysis as to the tremendous turnaround that this game has gone through. All right. Hopefully, I won't bug a lot of other players in the game by talking while we're playing this, but I'm just going to go ahead and play a... Why don't we just play a quick death match? Just to give you guys an idea as to the smoothness and reliability of the gameplay. And we're just going to play one match, and then I'm done. But yeah, huge thumbs up for this game. If you were put off by the initial release of this game, now is the time to jump in. This game is absolutely fantastic. And hopefully they'll continue their winning ways. One of the ways they do that is by removing available for a limited time right there under Team Deathmatch. So hopefully they won't get rid of this. That would be a huge step backwards again. And again, I'm a huge Battlefield fan. I prefer it over Call of Duty any day of the week. And that's mainly because it's a cooperative game. It's not only a competitive game, but it's a competitively cooperative game. You've got to work with your team. It helps you. You're going to be more successful if you work as a team instead of just going as a lone wolf. So, however, you know, that being said, I wish they would bring back the hardcore mode in these games. I don't think we've had a hardcore mode in quite some time, and I prefer that mode. It's more realistic. One shot, one kill, pretty much. That's the way to go. We'll see. That'd be great. So, DICE, if you hear me, bring back hardcore mode. That would be terrific. All right, let's hop in. Hopefully, the whole world can hear me here. So, see, you got the polygons. It takes a little while to render. Oh, this is an old map. What is this map? What Battlefield game is this map in? I forget. I think it might be Battlefield Bad Company 2. I could be wrong, though. Okay, I'm going to focus and just show you guys the gameplay.
Use them! Reloading!
We lost the advantage to the enemy.
But yeah, the sound design is perfect.
The enemy is now at a disadvantage. We are in control.
Feels very good.
The enemy has just taken control of the battle from us. The enemy has surged, and now they have the advantage. We've lost the advantage to the enemy. We've surged ahead of the enemy. We now control the battle.
This takes me a lot of concentration to
40 minutes from my position.
really get it. Oh, come on, really? Wow. Amazing. Almost had him.
The enemy has just taken control of the battle from us.
I usually have to... These games
The enemy
require a
has
lot of
surged, and now they have the
concentration on
advantage.
my part, so...
We've lost the advantage to
Being
the
that I'm
enemy.
streaming this game right now, I'm not as focused. I wouldn't make a good first-person shooter streamer. I'm not the best. I don't do all the fancy moves. Just a regular player here. Just everybody else. What the heck? Oh, okay. See, that's one thing that I pulled out my knife there, and I was just trying to move while gunning him down. That sometimes ends up in me pushing down the right control stick. All right, let's get back. Let's get the controls. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone can actually hear me. You know, it's funny. hoping you guys heard me. Maybe we can't talk in this game anymore. I have no idea. Where's everybody?
Take med supplies! Я под обстрелом! Ну нет! Cover me! I'm reloading!
So. Oh.
У нас раненые!
Sure.
Найдите укрытие!
Well, this will definitely be my, oh, okay, let's see if we can turn this on. Oh, look at this. As you see, you can jump out the windows nice and easy. You know, everything's very smooth.
Target neutralized! Hey! Catch yourself up! Let's do it!
Oh! All right.
Grab some medical gear.
Oh, man.
Соблюдайте дистанцию. Не пытайтесь помочь.
Darn it. Where's everybody? Where's everybody? He's gonna pop out and shoot me. I don't know. I just know. Whoa.
Они стреляют! Меня заметили! Меня сильно задело! Мы теряем людей! Осторожно, осколочная! Need to reload!
What the heck was that? Oh, I got shot across the other side there. Otherwise I would have had that guy. Oh good, be able to get into the thick of it here.
Here! Med supply! Grenade out! Reloading!
Oh, man. How'd that guy get in there? Hey, Grounded. How's it going today? I'm doing fine. I just hopped on briefly to just give my my thoughts and feelings on Battlefield 2042. So it's not going to be a long stream today. Oh, cool. Yeah, it just got released for free as part of the monthly program, so... Yeah, this game is actually really, really good. That's why I hopped on to tell people about it.
I'm reloading!
So it definitely isn't the same game that it was when it first released.
Keep away from me!
I did not. I stayed away from it. I'm glad I did, actually. But it's definitely. I mean, I'm sure you're glad that the game has really turned around too. I mean, this game is probably the best multiplayer Battlefield experience I've had since Battlefield 3.
Friendly down! We got wounded!
There you go. Hey, Ed Beth, how's it going? Well, geez, guys, I'm gonna feel bad for cutting off my stream after this match, but I gotta do it. Oh, whoa. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, Battlefield is my go-to. Oh my god, I just got killed by a grenade as soon as I spawned in. Isn't that fun? Yeah, Battlefield is definitely a lot better than Call of Duty, in my opinion. I have Battlefield 5. That's the only one that I played recently. I didn't care much for it, quite honestly. I didn't like it. Oh yeah, definitely about pace. Well, I am playing deathmatch mode too, so. Ooh, we lost. Oh well. But yeah, I just want to give a little bit of a brief example of, you know, how great this game actually is now. So. Well, I'm glad you guys can hear me and stuff. That's cool. I was a little worried about my microphone not working. Yeah, I don't mind the personalities as long as they have the class systems there. You know, I'm glad that they brought back the class system and they have the personalities within those class systems. Then it's fine. But just as personalities, I just don't. I didn't care much for that idea. But they fixed it, so yeah, they definitely fixed this game. This game is pretty cool, very cool, actually. Yeah, the only person I've played with up until this point is Irish. I do tend to always focus on the support class in all the Battlefield games. That's my favorite class. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. McKay and the grappling hook. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. You know, another game that I just started playing, Grounded, I'm sure you've played this, possibly, is Code Vein. I just started playing that, too, just a couple of days ago. I got through the first kind of introductory quest to that game. That game seems pretty cool, and I also dabbled a little bit with, what's it called? Oh, geez. I'm lost now. I forgot the name of it. What is that game? Oh my god. Scarlet Nexus. There we go. I tried a little bit of Scarlet Nexus too, so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't mind it. It's a lot easier than Dark Souls. That's for sure. It's definitely a lot easier than Dark Souls.
We got a job to do.
All right. Well, there goes my my thoughts on Battlefield 2042. You know, it's of my opinion that I think everyone should be coming back to Battlefield. All the old Battlefield vets, the fans, you should be coming back and playing this game. It's a terrific game, and hopefully moving forward, it'll just get better. I really hope so. Yeah, Scarlet Nexus it's okay. It didn't grab me as much as Code Vein. Code Vein really grabbed me. I really do like that game. Scarlet Nexus, I think it's going to take me a little bit to get into that. Yeah, I'll see if I might maybe I will stream Scarlet Nexus at some point. But I've been streaming less these days, guys, because I've just been busy with other things. You know, I've got the band going again, and I've been looking for work, so. Yeah, so I haven't been streaming as much, but I do want to, you know, try to stream here and there a little bit. Probably not every day like I used to, but we'll see about, you know, I definitely want to do another Will I Love It or Hate It stream, and I do want to also focus some of my attentions on, you know, a specific game and stream that for a little while. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, Grounded. I appreciate it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of editing software, so you know, whenever I want to, you know, critique a game, I think it's better if I just do it live. And then, yeah, you can watch the video later. That would be terrific. Cool. Nice. Well, guys, I'm gonna take off now. I'm gonna head out, and yeah, if you want to watch the whole video, Grounded, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. And I'm really glad that you guys are doing well. At least I hope you guys are doing well, and yep, cheers to you as well. Edbeth, if you're still there, you take care also. All right, guys, and again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are in the world. I appreciate everyone that dropped by, and I'll be back on again. I'm just not sure when, but hopefully you guys will tune back in when I do. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.